Hi, this is Tiffany, and today I'm going to be walking through the Dragontree Rituals for Living Dreambook and Planner. If this is not a planner you've discovered yet, I highly recommend you take a look at it, especially if you're somebody who has a lot of stuff you want to get done, you have some really serious goals. This planner is designed for somebody who really likes to be consistent in their planner, for somebody who likes to do time blocking, for someone who really likes to work in that planner like every single day. So just know that. It's really set up at the beginning through worksheets for you to really connect with yourself, understand your purpose, really connect with what you value and what your goals are and get clear on those things. And then the layouts in the planner really take you through a quarterly, monthly, and weekly, and even hourly opportunity to really kind of time block your tasks. So you will start at the planning at the quarterly level, break things into projects, break things into tasks, and then start plotting those tasks in the weekly view. And there's even a weekly boot camp. So definitely check it out. I'm going to go head to the table and show you what it's all about. All right, so I'm going to do a walkthrough of the Rituals for Living Dreambook and Planner by Dragontree. And as you can see, it's a white planner. This one is undated, as I said before, and it has actually an embossed, almost like a mandala circle shape on the cover that I think it'd be actually be very cool to take some markers or some Sharpies and color it. And this planner is about 10 inches high and about 6.5 inches long this way. So getting into the planner, obviously you have the title page. Then we have a message from the founders of the planner, basically why ritual makes a difference when you're working on goals every year. They have a description on how the book works and why it's really important to create space for the most important things that you want in your life. Then the next several pages, so there's about 10 pages that are all about connecting. So connecting to yourself, connecting to your goals, connecting to the things you want in your life, connecting to your purpose, and really kind of sorting out what it is that you want in all the very 6 main areas of life. So the first worksheet is on desires and purpose. It continues over to this page. Then there's a page here for you to evaluate your self-trust, because that's very important when you're considering goal setting and following through. And then you get into the 6 areas of life: livelihood and career, relationship and family, community connection, physical wellness, creation, exploration, and play, psychological and spiritual health. After you've gone through all of the worksheets, next is an opportunity for you to kind of really look at your life at a high level and say, okay, what goals do I want to complete in the next year? What goals do I want to complete in 3 years? And what goals do I want to complete in 10 years? And what goals do I want to complete in a lifetime? So the way this works, obviously they have an example here that you can follow. The idea is to really just brainstorm, what are the different things that I want to do in this time frame? And after you've done this exercise, what I'm going to show you next is they also give you space to break down those things, or maybe prioritize and pull a few of the goals that you have into the next worksheet. So really getting kind of clear on what are the things I want to happen here. And then what you'll do is you'll take the goals you set here and you'll pick out and prioritize the ones that are most important to you. We wish we could get everything done, before we die, but it's just not going to happen. So what they have you do here is then pull 3 goals for 1 year that you did on this page back here, and start breaking those out. What are the different activities that you need to complete, or different tasks that will get you to complete this goal? And you would write the goal in the circle here, and then start just drawing lines out and say, okay, I need to XYZ. You'll do the same exercise for your 3-year goals, pull out 3 that are important to you. For your 10-year goals, pull out 3 that are important to you, and then lifetime goals. And again, these can shift every year, but what is it that you feel is most important to you right now based on what's going on in your life? The next section talks about ritualizing things. So one of the biggest foundations of this book, I think, that separates it from other planners is that they are putting a call out to you to say, how can you ritualize your planning process in a way that resonates with you? And so really kind of digging deep into what are the things that would make me feel like I want to sit down with my planner every day, every week, every month. So they give you some examples here. You know, do you want a food or drink? Do you want to do it with your morning coffee? Would you prefer to do it when you're sitting by the fire? Those sorts of things. If you're into human design and you know your strongest sense, I would pull that in there as well. Next is all about planning. So what you're going to do is you're going to look at the next year. So you're going to go back here to where you broke all of your goals down here. And you're going to pull them over here and pull the tasks into this project list. It doesn't need to be in any particular order, but what you're going to do is, okay, I have a task, and then I'm going to circle or color in the quarter that I think this is going to happen. So, you know, writing a task, I think this might happen first quarter. Put another task, oh, I think that might happen the third quarter. So it's really just a brain dump. I wouldn't get hung up on making sure it's exactly perfect or in a logical order. It's more about getting it out of your head and onto a page. Then what you're going to do is, of course, they have this huge explanation here that you can read through, but they also have another quarter breakdown. So this is quarter 1 breakdown, where you take and you will pull out all of the tasks that were identified as going to be maybe be happening in Q1. You will pull them into this list and identify the month that you think that they'll be happening in. So whether it's the first month of the quarter, the second month of the quarter, or the third month of the quarter. And all of that will be listed here. Then what you're going to do is you're going to sit down and you're going to say for month 1, whatever month that is for you, depending on when you're starting this planner, you're going to write the month, and then you're going to write the projects. So again, you've written all of these tasks or projects down here, and you're going to pull them into here, and you're going to say, okay, you know, I need to find a book agent, for example, and what are all the steps that you need to do to find a book agent? You might need to do research, you might need to investigate different companies, that sort of thing. So you're going to take the projects from that previous page and start blowing out your tasks here. And what's going to happen is, in future pages, is you're going to be plotting these into a weekly boot camp, and you're going to be scheduling these activities by day. Here we have the calendar month view. Again, since this is updated, it's something you would need to complete. And then you have month 2. Again, what are the projects? Break them out into tasks. And then you have the calendar month for the second month. Same with the third month. This is the flow of the planner. You have, when it comes to the calendaring, you have, okay, let's break into the quarter. What are the projects I need to work on? And then you're going to be looking at the month level, right? And then you get into the boot camp level. Here, this is an example page, which you can look through. But basically, what you will do is you will look at the project tasks that you've identified for the month, and you will also have a time for reflection and put things in. So on these 2 pages specifically, this is more of a boot camp. You know, what are your top 3 goals? You would label the week. What is my focus this week? Is there anything I'm wanting to track from a habit perspective? What are the rituals, you know, that I'm going to use to help me with this process? And what are my wins from last week? You know, is there something I can reframe? Any challenges that I'm encountering? And then this is a place just for like reflection, brainstorming, that sort of thing. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take the tasks from the projects and you're going to plot them out in a calendar. So you'll notice this runs Monday through Sunday, and you can start the time. The time is left blank. So whenever you like to start your day, you can put in the time of day all the way down to here and start plotting and scheduling the tasks that you need to complete your projects. You'll also notice that there's an I am grateful section for down here. And there's also habit tracker symbols down here. So if you noticed in the weekly boot camp here, they had habit tracking, and here's those same symbols. So if you're tracking something, this is where you can circle in if you've done whatever it was that you had assigned to that symbol. And so this is the flow of the planner. So you will have about 12 weeks of this weekly boot camp. And again, it's about 4 pages of layouts. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. And so you have about 12 weeks in there, and then it will start with your second quarter planning. And get to it. Right here. And what's nice is before you do your Q2 breakdown, they're giving you an opportunity for some life edits, because things happen, things change. Sometimes you need to pivot. Sometimes it's a smart thing to pivot. So that's a really great section here. You'll do the same thing. You'll break down quarter 2 into projects. What month do I think it's going to happen in? And repeat the process. And there are 4 quarters available in this book, so you have a full year. The last thing I want to call your attention to is at the back. So when you're done with your full year, you have an opportunity to reflect. So there's some worksheets back here for reflection. There's some dreaming and planning space here, and there's also places where you can start documenting what you want to add to next year's plan. And then you have several pages of just blank pages back here. All right, so that concludes the walkthrough. If you have any questions about this, just let me know.